Well, it's great to be back in Australia after 5 weeks of listening to people talk about Brexit, watching some good races, looking at our horses over there, and of course looking at what might be there to buy for the future. But back here, Shane, great week in all.
Yes, because they also topped off our week over back here in Australia with an authoritative win at Caulfield on Saturday. Ben Allen did a great job looking around the field and holding them off in the run to the line.
And a terrific thing about this race was that the guys that bought into that horse actually supported Camp Quality, which is our preferred charity. So they're getting more than their dividend back with 2 wins now this prep, and I think there might be more in store for him. Yeah,
he's a progressive stayer. He's going to go towards Country Cups, I hope, later in the spring or next year as a 5-year-old.
What's lined up this week?
This week we've got a young horse named Zapping stepping out at Murray Bridge. He was pretty good first up, and he's going to be improved for the extra distance. Another youngster stepping out for the first time is Street Boy at Geelong on Friday. He's a half-brother to Bell Sprinter, who was very handy. Now, this horse may not be a sprinter type like Bell Sprinter, but maybe more a miler like his dad, Reduced Choice.
No, great. And of course, Au Revoir on Saturday, the old favourite.
He just had a slight bit of swelling in his knee last week, so he stayed at home, but he's going to go to Flemington on Saturday for a 2,500 metre open handicap.
Great. And you didn't have all the fun because in Europe last week we had a couple of winners. Some people will know we actually made a big investment in Fastnet Rock stock a couple of years ago and then built on that last year. And we had 2 of them win last week, one at Haydock and one at Dieppe. Both horses are really exciting horses, will certainly find their way to Australia as 4-year-olds. And this week following that, we've got another 3. I think it's Fastnet Blast, Fastnet Whirlwind and Fastnet Cyclone all hitting the track. And we wouldn't be surprised if 2 of those won as well. But the real talking point while I was away, of course, was Brexit and how this might affect the horse industry. I think it's suffice to say that the guys around Newmarket particularly were in a state of shock when the vote went the way that it did. No one thought it would go that way, and as a result, they all started to worry about, yearling prices, support from overseas. But from our point of view, I suppose it was good. We've seen the pound value about 12%, means that we're going to be able to buy horses, which is certainly required because they've been very expensive the last 2 years. We're certainly seeing less Australians over there buying this year than we have in the past, and that's obviously because of the currency in Australia. And I'm not convinced, to be frank, that there are a lot of guys lining up to come out for the Melbourne Cup this year. I know we'll probably get another story from the authorities in the VRC, but, horses like Big Orange and certainly Protectionist, who's racing extremely well, are likely to come back, and hopefully Trip to Paris will. But, I think there's going to be plenty of stock in Australia really to keep the Cup in Australia this year. We'll have more about that and what else is happening in our world of racing next week. Exciting times ahead as we get close to the end of our season, and certainly we're all looking forward to a great spring.